In the early 20th century, the pioneering Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung observed a recurring, deeply irrational pattern across thousands of his clinical patients. He noticed that when individuals encountered certain flaws, habits, or behavioral traits in other people, they did not just feel a passive dislike. Instead, they experienced a wave of intense, visceral hatred and emotional hostility that far outweighed the actual situation. Jung realized that this explosive external anger was not a reaction to the other person at all, but rather a violent subconscious defense mechanism triggered by the patient's own mind. He discovered that human beings possess an innate automated tendency to reject and hide the parts of their own personality that they deem unacceptable, weak, or shameful. To survive the social environment, the ego splits the psyche, burying these dark desires, insecurities, and flaws deep within the unconscious. Jung famously labeled this hidden repository of buried truths as the psychological shadow. The truly terrifying realization of modern cognitive science is that whatever you refuse to accept within yourself does not simply vanish. Instead, it sits in the dark of your subconscious, gathering emotional energy until it finds an escape hatch. And the primary mechanism your brain uses to release this hidden tension is a process called psychological projection. Your mind transforms the external world into a giant, distorted mirror. It takes the very flaws, insecurities, and hidden desires that you secretly possess but refuse to acknowledge, and it projects them directly onto the people around you. Every time you experience an intense, obsessive hatred for someone else's arrogance, laziness, or selfishness, you are not witnessing their character. You are staring directly at your own unexamined shadow. The mechanism that allows the mind to map its own hidden flaws onto other people is known in clinical psychology as projection. Originally detailed by Sigmund Freud and later expanded by Carl Jung, projection occurs when the ego encounters a trait within itself that threatens its clean moral identity. For instance, if you're subconscious harboring deep-seated greed, jealousy, or an intense desire for control, your conscious ego will panic. Admitting you possess these traits would shatter the flattering story you tell yourself about who you are. To resolve this severe cognitive conflict, the brain executes an immediate defensive maneuver. It completely wipes the awareness of that negative trait from your own self-perception and instantly applies it to someone else. Suddenly, you genuinely believe that they are the greedy, jealous, or controlling one. The tension of holding a painful, unacknowledged self-truth is instantly relieved because you have successfully externalized the problem. Instead of enduring the internal agony of self-examination, you get to experience the self-righteous comfort of judging someone else. This process operates entirely beneath your conscious awareness, making it one of the most deceptive filters in human psychology. You believe you are making an objective, realistic observation about another person's character, but your brain is actually acting like a movie projector. It is casting your own internal baggage onto the screen of their life, completely blinding you to the fact that the movie you are watching is entirely your own creation. Whenever you find yourself obsessively analyzing, criticizing, or complaining about a specific flaw in a coworker, a partner, or a public figure, you are witnessing the raw mechanics of projection working to keep your own ego safe from the truth. To see why this defensive projection is so automatic, we must look at the neurobiology of social judgment and threat detection. When neuroscientists place individuals into brain scanning equipment and present them with scenarios that trigger social disgust or judgment, they observe a rapid, coordinated neural response. The medial prefrontal cortex, which handles self-referential thought, and the amygdala, which detects survival threats, light up simultaneously. When your brain detects a trait in someone else that mirrors a hidden weakness you are trying to hide within yourself, it registers a severe psychological threat. The subconscious panics, because observing that trait in the external world threatens to bring your own buried insecurity into conscious awareness. To protect your identity from this imminent exposure, the brain triggers an immediate emotional counterattack. It releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, flooding your system with a sudden burst of anger or resentment toward that person. This neural reaction serves a dual purpose. First, it completely distracts your conscious mind, redirecting your focus outward so you do not look down into your own subconscious. Second, the anger creates a sense of moral superiority. By judging the other person harshly, your brain convinces itself that you are completely different from them, effectively widening the gap between your ego and your hidden shadow. Your biology is hardwired to weaponize external judgment, using anger toward others as a neural firewall to ensure your own buried flaws stay safely locked away in the dark. This neural firewall forms the foundation of what Carl Jung termed shadow resistance. Your shadow consists of everything you have been trained to hide from the world since childhood: your anger, your selfishness, your vulnerability, and your untamed ambitions. Because society rewards politeness and compliance, the subconscious learns early on that these traits are dangerous to your survival. Consequently, the mind locks them in a dark cellar. The tragedy of this defense mechanism is that the shadow is not inherently evil. It is simply a reservoir of primitive, unfiltered human energy. But because the ego spends decades treating the shadow like a monster, it grows entirely terrified of its own contents. When you encounter someone who freely expresses a trait that you have spent your whole life violently suppressing, it triggers intense psychological resentment. If you were strictly raised to never complain and always put others first, seeing someone set firm boundaries or act selfishly will infuriate you. Your anger is not actually driven by their bad manners, it is driven by envy. Your subconscious is resentful that they are allowed to express a part of human nature that you have forced yourself to lock away. The ego weaponizes projection to vilify their freedom, labeling their boundaries as arrogance simply to justify your own self-imposed prison. External hostility is almost always a sign of an internal war against a hidden truth you are too terrified to confront. The primary way this internal war distorts your daily relationships is through a mechanism called hypervigilance. Once the subconscious mind has successfully projected a hidden flaw onto the outside world, it transforms your perception into a highly specialized radar system. You become hypersensitive to that specific trait in everyone you meet. If your unexamined shadow contains a deep, hidden fear of rejection and worthlessness, your brain will constantly scan your environment for signs of exclusion. If a friend takes a few hours to reply to a text, or a coworker forgets to say good morning, your hypervigilant filter will instantly interpret these minor, irrelevant events as a deliberate insult. Your mind automatically creates a narrative. They are ignoring me, they do not respect me. Notice that the external reality is completely neutral, but your subconscious has used projection to turn it into absolute proof of your internal insecurity. You then react with defensiveness, withdrawal, or passive aggression, creating a real-world conflict out of nothing. The mind does this because it is far easier to battle a perceived enemy in the outside world than it is to sit with the terrifying internal feeling of unworthiness. Hypervigilance ensures that you are constantly fighting external battles, keeping your conscious attention perpetually occupied, so you never have to turn around and face the real source of the pain sitting quietly inside your own mind. To reinforce this hypervigilant shield, the ego relies heavily on a secondary cognitive filter known as splitting. When the brain is deeply caught in the trap of psychological projection, it loses the ability to perceive human nature in its true complex form. Instead, it splits reality into absolute black and white categories. It labels people as entirely good or entirely bad, completely flawless or completely toxic. This filter operates like a protective mechanism for the ego. By categorizing someone who triggers your insecurity as a villain, your subconscious successfully neutralizes their ability to challenge your worldview. You tell yourself their opinions do not matter because they are fundamentally flawed. Splitting prevents you from seeing that the person you dislike is simply a nuanced human being who happens to be reflecting a piece of your own hidden shadow. This mechanism creates a profound psychological blind spot. It traps you in a cycle of constant relationship drama, where you repeatedly find yourself surrounded by people you initially idolize, only to completely demonize them the moment they trigger your internal insecurity. Your mind refuses to accept the gray areas of human behavior because doing so would force you to accept the gray areas within yourself, shattering the fragile, perfect illusion your conscious ego has worked so hard to maintain. These mental distortions create highly destructive real-world patterns, the most painful of which is the trap of repetitive relationship sabotage. This occurs when an individual unknowingly seeks out partners who perfectly embody the exact traits they hate and suppress within themselves. From a logical standpoint, if you despise arrogance or emotional unavailability, you should easily avoid people who exhibit those qualities. However, the unconscious mind operates on a completely different law. The shadow desperately wants to be seen and integrated into your conscious awareness. Because you refuse to look at it internally, your subconscious forces you to confront it externally by drawing you toward people who mirror your hidden traits. You find yourself intensely attracted to someone, mistaking the familiar pull of your shadow for romantic chemistry. But once the relationship begins, the projection loop takes over. The very traits that secretly fascinated you become the source of intense daily arguments. You spend months trying to change, fix, or criticize your partner, entirely blind to the fact that you are attempting to cure your own internal sickness by manipulating someone else's behavior. You eventually walk away from the relationship, blaming their character, only to find yourself entering an identical dynamic with a completely different person 3 months later, entirely trapped in the loop of your own unexamined psyche. We see this exact same self-sabotage manifest in the professional world through the toxic pattern of workplace tyranny and jealousy. In any competitive environment, people are forced to confront their own limitations, skills, and insecurities daily. If your shadow contains a deep hidden belief that you are incompetent or a fraud, a phenomenon often called imposter syndrome, your brain will use projection to protect you from that painful realization. When a highly confident and successful colleague enters your workspace, your projection mechanism triggers immediately. Instead of viewing their success as a learning opportunity or a sign of healthy competition, your brain processes their confidence as a direct threat to your ego. Your mind immediately rewrites the narrative to shield you from your own feelings of inadequacy. It convinces you that your colleague is cutthroat, arrogant, or completely untrustworthy. You begin to gossip about them, undermine their projects, or passively resist their leadership, entirely convinced that you are doing it because they are a bad person. The reality is far more tragic. Your subconscious is weaponizing professional judgment simply to avoid the painful internal truth that you feel entirely out of your depth. You tear down their competence simply to keep your own illusion of security intact, sacrificing your own career growth just to protect your fragile pride. When this individual psychological projection scales up to a societal level, it produces the highly destructive phenomenon of moral outrage culture and mass scapegoating. Humans possess a tribal instinct, and the easiest way to unite a group is to give them a shared external enemy to hate. When a society is experiencing deep economic stress, cultural anxiety, or systemic instability, the collective shadow of that population grows rapidly. Millions of individuals begin harboring hidden fears of powerlessness, anger, and insignificance. Because facing these collective failures is too painful for the societal ego, the population utilizes mass projection to find a scapegoat. They pick a specific minority group, an opposing political party, or a foreign nation, and project all their internal fears and moral anxieties directly onto them. Suddenly, that group is blamed for every single problem in society. This collective projection provides an immense, immediate wave of psychological relief. It allows individuals to channel their deep internal anger outward, transforming their private insecurities into a sense of righteous public crusade. People flood social media with performative judgment and moral outrage, entirely convinced they are fighting for justice, while their subconscious minds are simply using the group dynamic to dull the pain of their own unexamined life frustrations, fracturing society to avoid self-reflection. The true danger of psychological projection is that it constructs a perfectly closed, inescapable cognitive loop. The cycle begins with an unacknowledged internal flaw or insecurity, safely locked inside your shadow. This hidden trait creates unconscious anxiety, which your brain instantly relieves by projecting the flaw onto an external target, such as a friend or a partner. Because you believe they possess this negative trait, you treat them with immediate defensiveness, hostility, or cold suspicion. This negative behavior from you naturally triggers a defensive, angry reaction from them. When they snap back at you or withdraw their affection, your confirmation bias highlights their reaction and says, "See, I was right about them all along. They really are hostile and untrustworthy." The loop closes perfectly. You have successfully provoked the exact behavior you claim to hate, using their natural reaction as absolute scientific proof that your original projection was entirely accurate. This cycle completely shields you from ever realizing that your own subconscious was the primary architect of the entire conflict. It allows you to walk through life as a perpetual victim of external circumstances, completely blind to the reality that you are repeatedly breaking your own world simply to prevent your ego from having to face its own reflection. Dismantling this matrix of projection and reclaiming your psychological autonomy requires a rare, aggressive practice known as shadow integration. You must learn to transform your external triggers into internal maps. This process begins by changing how you respond to the moments you feel intense social dislike. The next time someone's behavior triggers an explosive wave of anger, obsessive criticism, or moral disgust inside you, pause completely. Do not speak, do not react, and do not make excuses. Recognize that the intensity of your reaction is absolute proof that your shadow has been activated. Force yourself to step into your desktop workspace or find a quiet space to ask a brutal question. What specific trait in this person am I secretly terrified of seeing within myself? Where in my own life have I acted with this exact same selfishness, arrogance, or weakness? If you cannot find it in your actions, look at your hidden desires or the things you have strictly forbidden yourself from experiencing. When you locate the flaw inside your own psyche, the external projection collapses instantly. You realize the person you hated was never an enemy. They were simply a mirror showing you a part of yourself that was crying out for awareness. By accepting the flaw within, you strip away the anger, end the external conflict, and begin the real work of self-mastery. Owning your shadow is one of the most terrifying acts a human being can perform, because it requires you to murder the idealized, perfect illusion of who you think you are. Your brain will fight this process at every single turn, desperately screaming at you to keep projecting, keep judging, and keep blaming the world outside to protect your fragile pride. But now that you know the anatomy of the trap, now that you understand how your subconscious mind uses projection to turn the world into a hall of distorted mirrors, the illusion has lost its power over you. You can choose to look past the external drama and take total responsibility for your internal landscape. This integration of the self is a lifelong education, and your brain utilizes dozens of other invisible neural mechanisms every day to dictate your choices and trap you on autopilot without your consent. If you are ready to shatter the rest of these hidden mental loops, discover how your mind fakes reality, and unlock the true mechanisms of your subconscious, click on the playlist appearing on your screen right now. We have built an entire archive of long-form psychological deep dives designed explicitly to help you look past the self-delusions of your ego. Click through, explore the library, and take absolute control of your psychology.